What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. We are on episode 10, the Big 10 at the end of 2025, ending it with a bang. Who's that commentator that says bang? I forgot his name.
Mike Breen.
Mike Breen. Yeah, shout out Mike Breen. Bang! No, I'm kidding. I'm your host as always, Ant, and with me, I got the bros with me. Say what's up, Dom.
What's going on with y'all?
How you feeling, Jern?
Good. What's up?
Can't complain. It's vacation time. December, end of December. Everybody's off like those last 2 weeks or whatever. I was feeling good. I got the bonnet out and everything. Gotta, trying something new next year. No, I'm just kidding. But
Baking
we
the
got some stuff.
waves.
Yeah, I cut it all off. Sorry for playing zero. Embrace my real Kobe Bryant kind of bald head, Shaq. Everybody. But we got some topics as always coming up, and to end it off, we got our top three special. Last episode, our top three was top three video games. If you ain't seen it, go check it out. It's a good one. And just stay tuned for what we got planned for this episode. But let's get right into it. We're going to talk about, as always, we're going to start it off with basketball. The NBA Cup has just recently finished, and the champions are the New York Knicks. Very unexpected, but nevertheless, we're going to dive into it a little bit. Mind you, also during the NBA Cup, the OKC Thunder got their first loss, if I'm not mistaken, or the second loss. First loss? The
I think it's
second
second.
loss?
I think it's
I think it was
second.
the second. Yeah, they lost to the Spurs. That was a good game. I don't know if anybody saw that. It was on a Friday night on Prime, and woo wee, it was some buckets out there. But I mean, Wemby really took the game, and also Stefan Castle, in my opinion, gonna be an All Star this year. I don't know if y'all been seeing Castle's number this year, but he's been doing phenomenal, a lot better than he did last year. He was rookie last year. I mean, obviously, he got the rookie of the year, hooping like very unexpected. The team is just kind of gelling together now that De'Aaron Fox is back from injury, but they still couldn't take down the Knicks. They when I was looking at the game, the Knicks kind of they were doing like some crazy stuff. Like I saw Josh Hart hit a three in the clutch. That doesn't happen a lot, so it was kind of like some, you know. But obviously, it's been a lot of speculation around the NBA Cup because obviously, one of the first years when it was introduced, the Lakers won the NBA Cup, and people were talking about how lame and unimportant and this and that it was. And yeah, fast forward a couple years, and it was some of the best basketball we've seen in a while. And people were like, "Oh yeah, the NBA Cup, yeah, basketball's back." So it might be a LeBron thing, LeBron winning it, and people wanted to hate now some other team. It's neither here nor there. But we're gonna talk about it. What did y'all think about the NBA Cup? Don, let's start with you, man.
I mean, shout out the Knicks, first of all. Like, I've always loved watching the Knicks hoop because it's always going to be prime time television when they're on. But I'm always going to do some slandering. So let's talk about it. Victor Wembanyama. He only had, what, 18 points? 18 doggone points. He didn't even get a double-double in that game. You're 8'10". You got to do better. You have to do better. Don't get me wrong, like everybody got into double digits. Who was this? Dylan Harper got 21. Got 21.
I don't
So
remember.
for Dylan to get 20, Victor not to get 20, not even get a double double, he has to do better. I get that he's a freak of nature, but I go back to what I said before. I don't think he's gonna last long. His potential's good, but I got a feeling that somewhere down the line, Andrews is gonna run a problem for him. But I love watching the NBA Cup because that was a change that the NBA did need because it was the same thing for over and over and over. But now that's like a playoff. I look at it as like a playoff, mid-season playoff. So I love it.
Yeah. Now, yeah. Honestly, I did see that Wemby didn't full play at his full potential. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if he was on restricted minutes or not. I don't know.
He
He
played
wasn't on, he wasn't
24.
on restricted?
He
Oh, then
played
yeah,
24.
he should have. I need more than that. I need more than 18, honestly. Wemby, I'm gonna need more from you, man. I'm gonna need a double double at least every night. That's just your that's expected now, man. You can't come into the league and yeah. But what do you think about the Knicks winning, Junior?
I think it's great for basketball that the Knicks won, first of all, but I also think it's the NBA Cup is great for the NBA as a whole because I think that was something that was kind of missing because it does, most people say, they don't really start watching basketball until like after the All-Star break when it actually gets interesting. But now with this the NBA Cup, now you can actually start watching it, in December and a little bit before, at least maybe some of those important cup games and be like, oh, you could definitely see the intensity of some of these games. It has playoff like feel to them when you even just as a spectator watching it on TV, you're like, man, they're really going at it. So I think it's really great for the sport. I think it's great for the competition as well. And I think, you know, every year we've had every year we've had a different champion. We had Lakers. I think OKC won last year. And then this year they have the Knicks. So shout out to the Knicks, like Dom said. And I mean, it is a little disappointing that Victor Wembanyama didn't have exactly the greatest night, but looking at some of the other people, I mean, it looked like they had a nice rounded team effort. I mean, Devin Vassell, who I really like on that team, he had 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Harrison Barnes had 11. Luke Cornett, old Celtics big man from back from what last year I think
Yeah, I
or
believe
the
so.
year before. He had 14. Stephon Castle had 15. De'Aaron Fox had 16. Victor had 18. So it was a really rounded out game. It's just they needed somebody to get, maybe they needed, somebody else to get in that 20, in that 20 points range. I'm kind of disappointed that De'Aaron Fox hasn't been, a little bit more effective and efficient, throughout the season so far. I mean, looking at him and Victor Wembanyama, Victor was a minus 18 that game, and De'Aaron Fox was a minus 4. So they were, you know, technically detractors from the overall game plan. So I don't know what was going on that particular day. It just wasn't their night. So, but overall, I think the cup is it's a great thing, and I like the Knicks winning it too. So hopefully they can just take that momentum right into All-Star break and then right into hopefully, the playoffs and where they can have a nice deep playoff run.
Yeah, hopefully they have a deep playoff run. Honestly, I feel like the Knicks kind of get finessed every year. They had no chance against my Pacers last year, so that's neither here nor there. But let's talk about some yeah, let's talk about some heavy hitters on the Knicks. I don't know if y'all saw OG Anunoby, but I don't know if I'm pronouncing his
28.
last name right. But OG was putting up buckets. OG was putting up buckets.
20
He finished the
doggone.
game with huh?
I said 20 doggone 8.
Yeah,
That
28
Joker's
points.
crazy.
OG, he is a dog offensively and defensively. His defense is really good. And believe it or not, another game changer on the Knicks was Jordan Clarkson coming off the bench. 15 points. At one point he hit like three threes in a row in the fourth. It was crazy and very unexpected. I mean Jordan Clarkson of all people. I mean that
I
man.
forgot what had happened to him, honestly, until I saw him playing on the Knicks. I thought he
Yeah,
was still in Utah.
exactly. And
What?
obviously, Jalen Brunson finishing with 25, Mikal Bridges 11, Josh Hart 11, Carl Anthony Towns 16. I really needed Mo, respectfully, but he did give a double double with 11 rebounds. So, hey,
Hmm.
he
Well,
did his
this
job.
this is one thing I would love to point out by OG. That man really did not take a break.
Oh, he played
He
the whole game?
played 40 minutes.
Mm.
He took an
40.
8 minute break,
It's just like taking a sip of water on the sideline.
pretty
I'm
much.
weak.
But yeah, 40 doggone minutes and putting up those type of numbers. Kudos to him. Kudos to him.
Yeah. I mean, OG, he's becoming like more and more of a hooper. Well, more and more recognized from his basketball abilities as of recently. I'll tell you one thing. Off the New York Knicks right now, who you seeing as an all-star? Who you feeling as an all star? Obviously, Jalen Brunson's gonna get it. Brunson's gonna be an all star. You think Cat OG and honestly that's it. Nobody
I
else on
could
the Knicks. You
I could
Yeah,
think?
see OG being it before Cat, respectfully.
Hmm, I
I'd
like
have to look at their, their production so far this year to really know. But I mean, yeah, I would think that maybe Cat or OG along with Jalen would be an all-star. But if only Jalen is an all-star, that wouldn't shock me either. So
yeah, honestly, like yeah, Jalen Brunson's always gonna be a given. But last thing about this NBA Cup. Now there was floating around the NBA. There was floating around the idea, and we talked a little bit about before we started the cameras and whatnot. They floated the idea that the NBA Cup could be played at Cameron Indoor Stadiums. Cameron Indoor, down the street. I mean, me personally, I would if it's around the corner, that'd be kind of cool. But the fact that it's gonna be in uh, Cameron Indoor, we already know the tickets gonna be crazy. How do y'all feel about that idea, Junior?
worst idea ever. Next. No, it's really. I mean, Cameron. For those that don't know, I mean, we're talking about where Duke plays ball at, right? So, I mean, it's a small place. It's so small. It's like a high school gym. Let's be honest. I've been to some nicer high school gyms than Cameron Indoor Stadium. That's just the bottom line. And I just don't think that having, in terms of revenue and the NBA trying to rake in money, you gotta have it somewhere where it's gonna be, the most attractive. So where you can have the most people coming in buying tickets. You want to sell it out. You sell out Cameron Indoor Stadium with like a couple thousand tickets. Just a couple. I don't even know what the seating capacity is in Cameron, but I know it ain't. Again, it's not much. It's not much at all. And so I mean, I think they should have it somewhere else. Put it at Lenovo in Raleigh. At least they got hotels out there people can stay at. I mean, you want people staying in downtown Durham? With all those different activities that they can do out there. No, you don't want people. Don't get me wrong, Durham's come up in the last several years, but at the end of the day, nobody wants to nobody wants to see it in Durham. I'd rather see it in Chapel Hill than see it in Durham, but Raleigh would be awesome, having it at Lenovo because at least it's an arena. So Cameron's a terrible idea. So
Yeah, I'm looking up right now. Cameron Indoor, its
Like
seating
93.
capacity is 9,314.
mm.
Now, mind you, I'm not.
Packed in there like sardines.
They are patting their like sardines. I went to a game one time, and yeah, I did. I was like that the whole time.
Walking in the corridors, sitting in your seat, everywhere it's just cramped. You can't even get in to see a Duke game. How do you think you're gonna get in to see the NBA Cup?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Let's go to our local Duke fan, Dom, and ask him how he feels about this.
As a Duke fan, I would have loved it. As a person that just live in North Carolina, I would have hated because going to Durham that day, the traffic would have been horrible.
You'll never
It
make
would
it
have been
through.
doggone horrible.
No.
People can't already die driving Durham. It would have made it 10 times worse. But for like seating wise, it would have been horrible too because don't get me wrong, being in Cameron Indoor is a special type of feeling because it's just history on top of history in there. But for an NBA like that, the only reason I think they really consider it is because Adam Silver is a Duke alumni. He still comes there and gives graduation talks. So like he's still heavily involved in Duke. But I definitely would have seen them have it like at a bigger venue. Like Junior said, I could definitely see them being at UNC, but I know they probably never have because Adam Silver is a Duke alumni, but that's here or there. Um, but I overall it was just a horrible idea. I'm glad it was just talks and not put in action.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if they did like a thing where they kind of went around to different colleges, like year out, I mean, that could be kind of interesting. I mean, maybe not small colleges. I mean, I just looked up the Dean Smith Center. Compared to the Cameron Indoor 9,000, we got 21,000 in Chapel. So it's like, I mean, it's almost twice, if it's more than twice as much as Dean. I mean, Cameron Indoor. So it's like there are some colleges out there where you can do stuff like that if you feel like kind of going around instead of just keeping it where it's always in Vegas, right? Is it always in, I think is it
Yeah,
I
always?
think it is in Vegas, yeah.
been in
Yeah.
Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could get around the idea like, yo, we might go to different colleges, you know.
Start at HBCUs first. Focus on them first.
That would be dope. That
Definitely
would
gonna
be
be a
dope.
high school gym if you're trying to go to HBCU.
That this is true though.
Go ahead and
This
let
is
you know.
very yeah.
Go ahead and let you know.
No public funding. Now let me stop.
Like Shaw U, JCSU, they don't have no. You
JSU.
gotta have room. Those are like high school gyms.
That's
Again,
facts.
you want it to be at least Lenovo size or bigger. Something where the people can actually have some good concessions. You know, good hotels they need to stay at, and really bring in some good money for the city. It needs to be
I, wa-
worthwhile.
I was about to say Greensboro Coliseum, but yuck. Greensboro, yuck.
I think Greensboro has the highest capacity.
They do. They do. It's bigger than Spectrum.
Yep, and Lenovo, if I'm not mistaken. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's our take on the NBA Cup. All right. Obviously, some crazy stuff has happened in the NFL world. Shout out my Panthers. Absolute cinema. We after losing to the Saints, we somehow pulled it through against Baker Mayfield and them. I'm happy about it. You know, still a little upset about the Saints game, but we beat the Rams this year, so I can't be all that mad. It's just if you're a Panthers fan,
You
you
be
never
having
know
heart
what's
attacks left and right.
yeah yeah
Roller coaster of emotions.
hospital bills be high as I don't know what.
Facts.
But obviously, in my opinion, one of the greats tore his ACL not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before, and we didn't get a chance to talk about it then, so we're gonna talk about it now. Patty Mahomes, and oh man, I saw how he tore it. Oof, it looked horrible. And mind you, apparently, what Drew just told me, their backup quarterback done tore his ACL. Was it? Yeah, tore his ACL the past Sunday. So QB3 they about to put up there. Yeah, that obviously the Chiefs are out of the playoffs. It's just it was looking bad for them all year long. I mean, everybody looking old. Um, Kelsey about to get replaced. Um,
Please replace him.
yeah, yeah, they did replace. But obviously, Patty had a good year. That's the thing. Patty still had a good year. It's just the people around him weren't cooking like they should have been. So I guess we're gonna really focus on this is like a chief based segment. So I'll start with Junior. What do you think the Chiefs need to do next year?
Well, honestly, I think Patty will be back, you know, in time for the season. I do think they are in desperate need to retool. Um, it's interesting, the first couple of Super Bowls that we saw the Chiefs in, they had that high powered offense, but the defense was kind of like, eh. But now it seems like their defense is really what is kind of holding them and carried them through. But the offense was kind of like, eh, right? So I think they need to go back to how it was. Get that offense to back to the how it used to be. Get it to be a high powered offense once again. And then I'm not saying let the defense go by the wayside, but I'm saying like, hey, get Patty a bunch of weapons out there. Get him another tight end. He needs another tight end. I'm not talking about, I think the guy's last name is Tristan Gray. I want to say Tristan Gray, but that might not be it. I'm talking more than just Travis Kelsey. He needs more than, Kareem Hunt, Pacheco. He need like, Jonathan Taylor. Get that man up out of Indianapolis. He needs a premier running back so they can get that play action going. They need some Tariq Hill like wide receivers. I don't know if I'd go back and get Tariq Hill. He got a lot going on. I'm just letting you know. He got too much going on for me. He's a PR nightmare right now. So nah, no hard pass.
Mm.
And so I mean, they just need to retool that offense and get some more weapons. Because like I said, I do think Patrick Mahomes will be back by, let's see, he just tore it the other week, so they say like 6, 7 months to come back. Right? I did that unintentionally, by the way. So you got January, February, March, April, May, June, July. I mean, he could be good and cleared by July. NBA players come back, at that same speed too, and they do probably use their ACL a little bit more than a football player, right? So I think they just get ready for next season. Call this season off. Sit all your starters. Don't worry about it. Because you don't want any of them getting hurt. Put all second string in. Run second string, third string. Get ready for next season. Because next season, if honestly, next season is going to be do or die for a lot of players. If you got a contract coming up and you don't do too well next year, and you're on the Chiefs team, probably looking to leave. Honestly, so.
Yeah. Yeah, they I do like that high offense, low defense. Now they on the low defense. I mean high defense and low offense. I did notice that as well. Um yeah, it just seemed like they didn't have receivers like other teams have. It's kind of crazy. I don't know.
Mhm.
They weren't just like they were. I don't know. They might. I mean, they could probably draft some decent receivers and running backs, and possibly. I would be focusing more on who did good this year on a horrible team and bringing them over to the Chiefs and like, look, we can work this out. Just let me know.
Well,
Um,
look, the Eagles ain't gonna do too well in the playoffs, so they can go get AJ Brown.
they could go. You know what? They could. They could. They could. I
Go
don't.
get AJ. They got D Hop, but D Hop, DeAndre Hopkins, he's a little older.
Yeah, he is.
Go get AJ. That's who I'd go get.
I'm not mad at that.
And I'd take Saquon if I could.
Nah, they ain't gonna give us Saquon like that.
Bro.
I don't know if they gonna give
Hey,
us
he got a
Saquon.
championship now. That's all he wanted, man.
This is true. Championship and on the front of NFL, so or in the Madden, should I say Madden?
He could retire now.
Yeah. Don, what you think about the Chiefs, man?
First things first, I gotta say, they worried about the doggone wrong thing right now. They trying to relocate. What they need to be worried about is building up their offensive line. Because Patty Mahomes had to scramble this season more than he have had to scramble in the past 4 years.
Running for his life.
Running for his doggone life. Like Bryce Young out there.
Oh, man.
but but you need to build up your offensive line. Like Junior said, get another tight end. Please replace Travis Kelce because I have a special beef for him since they started showing Taylor Swift a few years ago in the NFL, showing that stick figure woman. But I digress. But yeah, get another tight end, get some more wide receivers. Your defense is good. It's set. Now it could be a little bit better, but that shouldn't be your main focus right now. Rebuild your offense. Get some more weapons around Patty Mahomes. Patty Mahomes is gonna be Patty Mahomes. We're talking about one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play. So rebuild that, and they should be okay. It might take them a year or two, so this next year or two is going to be pretty shaky. So you just got to do it in steps. If you want to get a tight end first, or get some more offensive linemen, you just got to do it in steps. Get an offensive lineman first, so he can get used to them in a few years, then start building his offensive weapons around them. That's my take on
I don't think they need to do it in steps. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's be honest. I don't think the Chiefs have a very expensive roster.
Mm.
I don't think they have a very expensive roster, and they make a lot of money. I mean, shoot, you see, the stadium is always packed out. Um, they don't want all those Super Bowls. You know they got money out there. You know they got money. They trying to build a new stadium, which is great because the Kansas City Chiefs are constantly deemed one of the worst stadiums to play at because of the locker room conditions and the amenities for families and stuff like that. They ain't got it. Nobody wants to go play there. Well, people want to go play there because of Patrick Mahomes, but you go to a cold locker room, that ain't no fun anyway. But I think they could retool this offense in one fell swoop. Just get it done. Bring in some good talent. I'm not talking about, you know, Rasheed Rice or just Xavier Worthy, because all year they've been saying, well, as soon as so and so gets back, they'll be all right. He came back, they won a game, and they lost the next game or the game after that. It's like, okay, you need more than just that. Sometimes speed alone is not just gonna, that's different with Tyreek Hill because he was fast and he was talented, right? But Xavier Worthy, Rasheed Rice, they're not even together. They're not Tyreek Hill. So you need some real talent. Get a deep threat out there, not for speed, but size. How about like a Mike Evans, Get some guys out there that have talent, a lot of talent, aren't injury prone, and just need maybe somebody in a situation where they don't have a good quarterback, and they just need to be brought into a better situation where they can get somebody to throw it to them, air it out, So that's what they need to do. Just get it done.
So I just looked it up. The Chiefs basically have no more room for that salary cap, which means they would have to get rid or trade.
Oh yeah, they absolutely
Yeah.
would have to.
I First thing first, trade Kelsey. Trade Kelsey for either some draft picks, get a decent tight end coming up because let's be honest, the Chiefs isn't going anywhere in the next 5 years. So as long as Patty Mahomes is quarterback, they're not going anywhere. So they have time to do it. But yeah, trade Kelsey first, and yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Wait, that man just wanted Kelsey out there. By the way,
Get him
John, you
gone.
said Tristan Gray. The guy's name is Noah Gray.
Noah Gray.
Yeah, it says Noah Gray, uh Jared Wiley. Oh, no, that's not him. Jake Brenningstool is also a rookie, undrafted rookie tight end on the Chiefs roster, but it says seen as a potential future weapon for Mahomes. So they got some people to put behind Kelsey. I mean, obviously, there's rumors about him retiring too. So it's like,
That'll be great. Free
yeah,
up some cap space.
yeah. So that's always an option. Riddle me this: what are the chances the Chiefs do what the Packers did with Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, draft a quarterback?
Yeah, what are the
Oh,
chances? Let's just say what are the chances? Because I mean, if the
that'd be
Packers did it
crazy.
for Rodgers, nobody's safe.
I mean, that'd be crazy because they put they have a lot riding on Patrick. Wasn't it all those years ago they gave him that 10-year contract? Was that what it was? With all that money? And they, brokered their whole future on him. So to draft a quarterback just in case, that's if they, let me put it like this. If they draft a quarterback, Anthony, Patrick Mahomes might as well ask for a trade. Go ahead and let you know. Because especially if they draft a quarterback in the first 3 rounds, 3 or 4 rounds, that's highly disrespectful. Because you could have used that pick for something else, like Dom was talking about, the O line. You could use that pick for, a left guard or right, something that the team needs. Maybe some more defense, maybe some offensive weapons. So to use it for a quarterback, that would be the highest form of disrespect. If I were him, I would immediately ask for a trade.
I mean, if he gets hurt though, that's what I'm saying. Like if he get hurt again, because
We can't say
reoccurring,
Patrick's injury prone though.
we can't. But
No.
once you get hurt that one time, it reoccurring. That's all I'm gonna say. And they play
Yeah.
him on that turf. Everybody hates that turf. I'm just saying, if it's not one thing, it's another. That's why Joe Burrow talking about leaving the NFL. Y'all don't know if y'all saw that, but in 5 years he's been playing, he's been hurt about four of them.
Yeah.
He's just over and over hurt. Crazy
Yeah.
stuff. Like I didn't hear about turf toe until this year when Burrow got it. Like I'm
Turf
just
toe been
saying.
around for a long time. It ain't just because of turf. It's just
Mm,
from bending your toe too much.
yeah, but I don't know. I obviously I wouldn't see the Chiefs doing that. But my thing is that I mean, if he happens to get hurt again next year, and hopefully he doesn't, because I love me some Patty Mahomes. We gonna need, and especially if they're on a good record, like say they start out like I don't know something crazy 5-0, he goes down. They need to keep that going, or that's just kind of like a dog. We back in a rebuilding phase again. I ain't saying like go get somebody crazy. Put Jameis Winston on the bench, make him QB2. I, I mean, I am biased. I like Jameis Winston a lot, but hey, just have somebody on the bench that's just kind of like charismatic, get the team going. You know what I'm saying? Winston
Goes a long way.
throws. Jameis Winston, he'll throw now, but yeah, that's neither here nor there. But I don't know. So basically, next year's make or break for the Chiefs, or would y'all give it 2 years?
I'll give it 2
Give it 2 years.
simply because he's coming off injury.
I say 2 years also,
Yeah.
but after that 2 year and nothing happens, some conversations will have to be made.
Yeah. Wishing Patty the best though.
Yeah, but we're not gonna end this talking about Pat. We're gonna talk about the Panthers.
Uh,
Number one in our division, baby. We 8-7, but look, come mess with the real Panthers, man. I'm so happy, so happy to be a Panthers fan. Would have never thought we'd be here. It's like that meme. It's like, hey, look at us, look at us. Who would have thought? Man, shout out Rico Dowdle. Actually, shout out the Cowgirls for giving us Rico. We appreciate that. I can't believe we drafted McMillan. At first, I did look McMillan. Like I always say, I wasn't aware of your game when we drafted you. I said, "Who is this?" I know now. He a dog,
he like a Mike Evans, man. He
dude.
go up and get it.
Yes. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Leggett,
Leggett.
he's iffy. He's very inconsistent. He will
I,
have games here and there, but
I really like Leggett too, man. I like his personality. I think he's cool, but oh my gosh,
can't understand the word he's saying.
Can't
But
understand.
he will run a route for you.
Let
Yeah.
me tell you something, man. He needs to be more like I told y'all earlier this season. He needs to be more like what's my man? Oh man, he played with Washington right now, but he used to play with the Niners. Samuel
Oh, Debo.
Debo.
Oh, Debo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Debo.
okay. Yeah.
He needs to be more like that. You know, they need to give him some different look because Xavier he a big boy, man.
He's
Yeah.
huge. Yeah.
They
Pause.
need to give him some different looks. You know, sometimes they give Samuel that ball in the backfield, you know, like on a sweep or a reverse. Get them legs going, get him going downhill, just see what he can do. If he's having trouble, you know, getting it on his route, then you got to find other ways to get him going.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can't talk about Hubbard. No, we got to talk about Hubbard.
Is he not doing well?
No, he's doing amazing. He is an amazing backup running back for
Mhm.
Dowell.
He really is like.
I
Right
like
now,
Chuba
how-
as a starter though, but
You say what
that's
now?
just me. I like Chuba Hubbard as a starter
No,
though,
me too.
honestly.
Yeah, me too. But like, it's just that Dowdle just having a crazy year this year. Honestly, that's all it is.
Just the way it
It,
goes.
it's
Yeah,
just the way it goes. Honestly, if you're on one, you're on one.
you're on.
Yeah,
Good day to be a Panthers fan though.
I tell you, last week, I don't know, I forgot that safety's name who hit that Saints quarterback and gave us that 15-yard penalty. Ammonia, but I saw you got an interception in the clutch. I'm gonna give you a pass. Let you do that junk again, we're gonna have to talk about you.
Yeah, talk
I'm
about it.
pulling up at your house. You stay like 2 hours and 30 minutes away from me. We pulling up on you.
Oh my gosh, but yeah, shout out the Panthers, man. And also we got to shout out Dreams Patriots.
Hey
Did y'all
man,
win this past Sunday? I can't remember.
we won last night. We won last night. It was a good game. Really good game.
Okay.
The
Drake
little
May,
started
huh?
off a little slow. We was down, but we got it going. We might win the division over Buffalo, but that'll be a tough kind
Yeah,
of a tough task.
that'd be a tough
So
one, man.
we all right. Shout out Drake May in UNC alum. So you know it's a great day to be a good old American patriot.
I'm weak. Yeah, who would have thought, man?
Who would have
Panthers are
thought?
doing decent and the Patriots are doing decent. It's crazy.
After several years of mediocrity, terrible.
Several years, man. We ain't been good since Cam left, so this has been a long
10
time running
years.
for us.
10
We
doggone years.
we ain't
It's
been
been
good since Tom. We ain't been good since Tom left.
I mean, Tom left what, like 5 years ago?
That's long enough.
That longer than
We
when
were
Cam
coming out
left,
of a
I'll tell you.
dynasty.
Yeah, I don't know. Y'all got a good future with Drake, man. I like the future that we have with Bryce.
I was just about to ask, do y'all think that Bryce is still the quarterback of the future for
I've
you guys?
always knew that. I've always
No,
believed in
you were
Bryce.
not. You weren't
You,
saying that the last two
last year,
years.
okay,
You were
mind
not
you,
saying that
last
the last two. This is third or fourth year.
Third,
third
So
year,
the
yeah.
last 2 years, you were not saying that.
I was
Year
not.
I'm gonna be
one,
honest with
He
you.
year
was
one,
slow.
you can let year one slide, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Year two, you were like,
Year two, they
Trade
didn't
that
let him
man.
shine. They put him on the bench and let Andy Dalton
But
do the
that's
thing.
what you gotta do. You gotta sit a young quarterback down on the bench like that so he can watch the game and learn the game.
the man threw 3 interceptions in one game one time. Why wouldn't you
Facts.
bench him? Let
Shoot,
him shine? There was no shine. There was nothing. He drove the team through the mud and wanted to keep on going through the mud, and it just wasn't going to work.
look, this is all I'm gonna say. This
There's
is
been
all I'm
some
gonna say.
times this year too that he's been kind of
No, yes, for sure. But look,
fumble the ball, throw an interception.
I'm gonna give a shout out real quick. Look, shout out Rod Wave. Look, Rod, I don't know what you said to Bryce Young on that phone call, because Bryce Young ain't telling nobody what you and his conversation was about. But ever since Bryce Young talked to Rod Wave, Bryce been cooking.
They probably
And mind
cried
you,
together. That's
I
all it
have
was.
I
Let me
have
tell you what
all
he
the
talked
faith in the
about.
world.
They talk about the food spots down there in Charlotte. That's what they talked about.
That's all Bryce needed was some soul food.
He probably went to
Broadway
merch.
said, look, we got merch down there. Y'all got merch down there. Go try it. That changed Bryce's life.
But all I'm saying is the last 2 years, and even several times this year, I was like, hey, I do not know if this guy is the quarterback of the future.
He's
Like
not of
this
the
year,
future.
like I'm not saying, after this season, like get a brand new quarterback and start over, because that's not. But if we had a chance to like get like a premier quarterback, I don't know. Let's say like I don't know if Baker Mayfield decided he want to come back to
Heck no.
Carolina.
Heck no. I'd be
You
doggone.
take Bryce over Baker?
Did we just not smoke Baker
For
last
sure.
night?
I
We
definitely
need
would
him
take
for.
A Baker over Bryce. Are you kidding me?
Nope.
That boy is tough.
Give him
And he doesn't
time,
make it.
man.
He
Give
does.
him time. Look, obviously, I was justified, bro. We hit like Bryce Young's first year of quarterback. We won like 3 games. His second
First year
year,
one?
we probably won a lot less. I ain't gonna lie. But look, mind you, second year we won like maybe five. Dude, we're at 8 games right now. You know what I've noticed?
Every year it gets a little bit better.
Progression. You gotta give it time. Look, I'm a fisherman. Y'all know I love me some fishing. I'm patient. I'm patient. Let Bryce Young. I kind of see what everybody else see. Yes, he's extremely undersized, and sometimes I feel like he'd be running for his life out there. But when it's fourth down, when it's like fourth and whatever in the fourth quarter, 10 seconds left, let Bryce work, man. Let Bryce work.
Mhm.
Walk him down, Bryce. That's what I call him. Walk him.
The only way I can see him being our future is if we get a better offensive line.
Yes, that as well. That as well.
Because if
And
we get a better offensive line, let him at least see downfield, then we would be all right.
Let
But
McMillan get downfield.
yeah, yeah, like that's the only way I can see him being our future. But
not to
other than
mention, we
that,
also need some better pieces on our defense. Let's go to Florida and get some safeties from out there. Let's get some Florida players, man. That's what we need on the team.
Some Florida boys.
Some people who not scared to get their hands dirty from the dirty south.
The Florida
That's what
boys a
we
little
need.
different.
That's what we need, man. Just wait till next year. I'm telling you, next year, boy, watch out. That's
Now,
all.
what if next year y'all stink up the place and win like 5 games?
I can
Four
tell
y'all
you
will
games.
be
one.
seeing
I
me
can
on
tell
the
you one thing.
Last in the
obituary.
division, and
I
it's
can
all
tell.
Bryce's fault.
If we
I'm just
last in
saying, what
division
if?
right
I'm
now,
just saying, what if?
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, if we last in division, it ain't gonna be because of Bryce.
I don't know, man. I'm just telling you. I see
I put it on
flashes
the
where I'm
I
like,
put
dude,
it
what
on
is
the
he
coaching
thinking about?
staff. I put it on the coaching staff before I put it on Bryce.
See, I think the coach is good.
He's all
Put it
right.
on the GM. Let's talk
I,
about the GM real
yeah.
quick.
I mean, we can.
Hammond is doing a horrible job. He got to do better. What's going on?
I like the head coach. I think he's a good head coach. I think because he has an offensive mind, and I think the plays that he comes up with are, they're good plays. But sometimes it's like a part of it. It's like Dom was saying, like the O line is don't hold up like it's supposed to sometimes, and then sometimes Bryce's just decision making. It's like, what was he even looking at? Like, what happened? Like sometimes you just gotta know, like, okay. Like, sometimes it's like either you take the sack so you don't have an intentional grounding, or so you don't throw an interception. Or there's scenarios where you're like, you know what, I can't take this sack. I need to scramble and I need to throw it away. And those are very, very, very fast decisions that need to be made. They're made all game, every single week, right? But sometimes we're watching it from a fan's perspective and we're like, all right, they hiked the ball. All right, he's still holding it. All right, throw it away, and then it's a strip sack. Balls out. The other team done scooped it up, ran it all the way back for 6 points. And it's like, come on, Bryce. Did you not feel them coming around you? Just tuck the ball, take the sack. Sometimes you just gotta tuck it. If you're on the other side of the 50-yard line, tuck that bad boy, take the sack, and just live to fight another down.
Small
But,
body frame though.
huh?
Small body frame. He gets sacked. He might get hurt. That's all I'm saying.
Well, then
That's
he
a
don't need to be
QB.
out there if that's the concern.
Right. I'm about to say that's a QB.
Just saying.
QB's got to get sacked every once in a while.
Or he need to get them legs right. He need to start scrambling and getting out of the pocket more then. I don't know. So maybe
Yeah.
they need to run more bootleg action so he can get out, so he can see down field a little bit better. I don't know, but there needs to be more consistency with his decision making. They said he was the smartest quarterback coming in during his draft. He scored really high on that test or whatever, but I ain't seen it. I'm going to let you know. I ain't seen it. So,
I wouldn't trade Bryce for anybody in the league right now, unless freaking. And this is just my UNC talking. In case Drake May came, that's the only way.
he Drake ain't going nowhere. He
Yeah,
locked
Drake ain't
in.
going nowhere.
Soon
But
as
look,
that
I
rookie
don't.
contract up, we signed him 10 years.
Yeah, might as well. I tell you. But I don't know. I believe in Bryce. I've been saying it beginning of the year. I believe in Bryce, and that's when we started off losing. I believe in Bryce. We done came this far. I got to stick with them until the end. I tell you what, if we make it like crazy, if we pull like a what's that team that be always doing? FGCU in the NCAA. If we do something crazy like that and just kind of make a crazy run underdog, hey
Cinderella.
man, yeah. Shout out Florida Gulf Coast University. I remember y'all when y'all first did it. That was tough, but man, that's putting a lot of eggs in one basket though. But I believe in Bryce, and I'm gonna continue to believe in Bryce. That's all for the podcast today. Actually, this is the last podcast of the year. So, 10 episodes in, that's crazy. I wasn't long way coming. I ain't gonna cap. We were not expecting this. I'm surprised we made it past episode 2. But all right. As always, we have our top 3 special to end the podcast. Basically, we have a topic and we tell y'all what our top 3 is. Now, this top 3 is a little different. This is our top 3 things that need to be left in 2025, the big 25. I usually go last, but I'm going first because I got some things to get off my chest before the year ends. Now, number 1, clip farming. It's getting old, y'all. Like, it's getting old. Just to get reactions, to get clicks, to get likes, to get comments. It's getting old. This is to all the people that be saying crazy stuff online just to repost it. And hey, that's going to do numbers. That's going to give you pop. No, you look silly sometimes. Especially that dude who said that KD isn't legendary and started that whole meme or whatever. Dude, you're just a meme. Nobody's looking at you for a sports take. You're just a meme. My fault, dude. I don't know. I'm just saying. And the fact that you said that KD isn't legendary, well, from that statement, I know that you don't know ball.
He don't know ball.
That's neither here nor there, but I digress. Number 2, things that need to be left in 2025. Julian Newman. Julian. At one point, you held a press conference to let people know where you was going to go next. And NBA was in that pool of things. You were never going to the NBA at 5'7", dude. Respectfully. You weren't even going to college at 5'7". Come on, man. And House of Highlights, if you keep posting Julian Newman and Newman family and just him just getting mad at the referee, spamming 100 tweens, House of Highlights, you're going to get unfollowed. Respectfully. Y'all better than that. I'm tired of looking at it. Now, the third thing that needs to be left in the big 25. If you're 21 and older and you still don't have your driver's license,
You're SpongeBob. You're absolutely SpongeBob if you still don't have your driver license over 21.
what are we doing, y'all? At some point, you got to stop giving Uber $50 to get from point A to point B. Just go get your driver's license, man. Come
It's not that
on.
hard.
It's not hard. We live in the country. You don't even have to parallel park. Now,
Literally, the money that you spend on Uber, you can spend that on getting a driver license and a doggone car.
come on, y'all. We At some point we got to take accountability. Shout out Dom. Accountability. We got to do it. But those are my top three things. I'll let Junior go next for his top three things I need to be left in 2025.
Man, you should have went last. Those are too good, man. Man, my top three isn't near as good, but I will see what we got. My number one, screen time. We gotta cut back the amount of time we spend on our devices. And I thought about this because my job just put in a policy that banned walking while being on your device at the same time. They banned it. And the reason is I think it was because some people fell into like this pond that they have at one of our locations. And I was like, what are we doing? we got, we got to do better. This is like distracted driving for God's sakes. Like we've got to do better. So cutting back on the screen time is one thing that I want to do in 2026. In 25 though, man, it's gotta like having iPads at the restaurants and having phone out at restaurants. That's gotta go. We need to start getting back to this, back to communication. So and really just unplugging more and thinking about thinking about stuff that actually matters. So that's my number one. My second thing we should leave in 2025: all and any toxic traits, specifically people that think that they like being in toxic relationships. That's why your mental health messed up. That's why you got issues. That's why you got all these problems because you think that having this toxic person in your life and I live for the toxicity and all that is the way to go. That's why your life is messed up. Leave that in 2025. It's get your mental health right. You're gaslighting yourself by thinking that, that leading a toxic life and being with somebody toxic is the best way to go. Leave it behind. Move on. Work on yourself. That's my number two. My number three: leave the entitlement behind. At the end of the day, none of us are owed anything. Nobody owes us a single thing. You can work your whole life for something, and guess what? You still not owed it. No one cares. That's one thing we always see on social media now is entitled people, fatigue, all this fatigue that we see when people feel like they're entitled and they deserve or owed something. It's exhausting, honestly. Seeing it on social media, it's exhausting for me too. So leave that entitlement behind. We're not owed anything, you know. So even if we've worked hard for it, that's just the way it goes. So those are my top three. And an honorable mention to what Dom's been saying the whole time: accountability 2026. My thing was always, I'm not supporting bad behavior. I'm not supporting bad ideas. I don't do that. That's what I've been doing all this year, and it turned out great for me. That's something I'm carrying over. I'm taking it with me. So
Those are some W things to be left in 2025. Yeah, that's some good stuff. I was trolling on some stuff, and Junior hit us with some real stuff. That's Yeah, you can tell who's the oldest. All right, top three things that need to be left in the Big 25.
My number one thing is calling a meeting, and you know what it does? Solves absolutely nothing. Wasting an hour of my time that I could be at home watching some basketball. It's worthless. That needs to be left. And my number two thing is kind of two categories that run into one: sharing personal information on social media. And then the other thing that was right behind that run into one topic was yapping on social media. About absolutely nothing. Would I be seeing people doggone share that personal business? I'd be like, who asked? Who cares? Who cares? It doesn't doggone make sense. Like, like, like I get that you could talk to your close friends about it, but you ain't gotta put it on social media where your 200 followers can see. It doesn't doggone make sense. My third thing, it's kind of falls back on my job too, but it's also higher levels to this. Blaming the refs for loss, especially if it's like a 15 through 50 point blowout. You can't doggone blame the ref on that. That means you just gotta take your tail back to your team, regroup, do better. Do doggone better. That's all you
Mhm.
gotta do is do better. Like this last time I worked was Friday. That team got blew out by 30 in the championship game.
Dang.
And he doggone went over there talking to the refs. And you know who you are if you see this video. Talking to the refs, blaming them like they was horrible. Nah, sir, your team was just horrible. You only had 6 players. Do better. Get more players, regroup.
For context, Dom kind of looks over basketball games every now and then. I don't know if everybody knew all that, but that's neither here nor there. That is funny. All right, y'all. Well, end of the podcast. It's crazy. We ended the. You know what? We episode 10. We're gonna say season one is done. Ten
For sure.
episodes per season. We'll say season one of Top Three Bushy. Episode 10. That's the season finale right there. We
I'm
gonna.
hanging my boxes up after this episode.
Oh, okay. All right. Put them in the rafters. But we're gonna hit y'all with some crazy stuff next year. I think we're gonna incorporate some stuff like some more stuff like I don't know. Like we always talk about sports, but obviously want to talk about everything that's viral. Like we could have talked about like some movies or some stuff. Could talk about like music. Music was kind of dead this year, in my opinion. Like I talk a little bit about music, but obviously when the Kendrick and Drake beef died down, so did music. Just didn't care no more. Respectfully, obviously there's probably some people out there, but yeah. But as always, appreciate the love. Make sure that y'all follow everything. Top three Bushy, top three at Bushy. Leave in the comments anything y'all want us to talk about. And as always, peace out.